Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today we just got in Hoplomachus Remastered and Hoplomachus Victorum, which has been a long-awaited game from Chip Theory Games. They had some chaos with shipping, some misprints, it's just some stuff.
As things happen, as things do.
And so coming in way later than when they sent everyone a beautiful sword and told them that the game was on the way.
Yeah,
it's like 6 months since then.
You smashed that sword big time, didn't you? Got like some chips in it now?
I do have some chips. I did some sword fighting with that sword.
So it's a chipped Chip Theory game sword.
That is true. That is true. I am in the process of selling all of my original Hoplomachus content.
Ooh, that's pretty spicy.
Not because I don't like Hoplomachus. I do. I've owned everything for a long time.
Yeah.
But I very rarely get it to the table anymore.
Sure.
And in anticipation of a smaller, condensed, very succulent remastered version coming out with artwork and new graphics and new rules, I don't know that I'll ever dig back into the old content anymore.
So do you think that it becomes more valuable because it was the OG?
I'm not sure. I don't know. And I'm curious to read up.
What are you doing? Why are you going through the top of the box like some sort of a monster?
I'm curious to read up on whether or not all of the old stuff is some way cross-compatible with any of the new stuff. It would make me reconsider, but I don't think it would make me reconsider enough. The problem with everything is that it's two giant boxes that don't fit into a calyx.
Those are huge.
I've got like 4 or 5 playmats with it.
Not that these fit in a calyx either.
These will at least go long ways into a calyx.
Yeah, but they still stick out quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean they're not great, but they're okay. So Hoplomachus Victorum actually took for a season the title away from Final Girl as the most successful solo-only game.
True.
Then Final Girl came back with season 2 and said,
hey, good luck.
Okay, let's take a look at what they have in here. Do you know anything about Hoplomachus?
So I know that they're Roman gladiators, and I know that that one over there is a very hefty box.
So
It's like super heavy.
You feel that?
Box.
Yeah.
I know that this is a 4-player battle royale type of thing.
So I believe it was the first game from Chip Theory Games.
Makes sense.
Gladiatorial arena combat had very what I would consider not up to Chip Theory standards graphics and design, because it was the first one that they came out with, which is one of the reasons why I'm excited about this one, is because all of the art and design and set pieces and stuff is going to be re-envisioned. What's their advertisement they send out? What do they sell you on?
So you've got your showcase. We're talking about all the different things.
Some people.
Some too many bones, obviously. They're most successful.
That. Undertow.
Yep. I'm sure they've got something in here about
48. It's all too many bones.
Spice.
Okay. Is it all?
And then we got burn cycle stuff. Yeah, that's good. Let's see what else we got in here. I wonder if they've got something for their Cloud Spire. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah. And Trip Lock. That's a fun game, by the way.
Cool. So let's see here. Hoplomachus.
If you know game to play a game, you're doing it right.
Remastered. So the fact that the whole graphic design is going to be reworked, the artwork's going to be better, it's going to be closer to Hoplomachus Origins, which was the smaller version, the more standalone version. And I have played Origins more recently, enjoyed it a lot.
Okay.
Really enjoyed Origins. So, it's been a decade since the first Hoplomachus game launched on Kickstarter. Hoplomachus: The Lost Cities was the first Chip Theory game ever. And thinking about how it feels like traveling to a completely different world. Chip Theory wasn't really a company. It was a pair of cousins in a garage, dreaming and hustling and spitballing, never imagining their first game would spawn another and another and eventually a business with a whole line of products and the best fans in the board game community. Our original trio of Hoplo games are still beloved by fans and in our hearts, but the nature of their creation meant they can't really stand alongside what we've built since then. Kind of what I've been talking about.
Yep, totally fair.
We have artists, graphic designers, editors, rulebook experts, support staff, and a host of other team members now that make our games what they are. And Hoplomachus line needed an update to best serve its robust mechanics and spirit of lively combat. It's a great game system. We decided the best solution would be 2 games, Hoplomachus Remastered and Hoplomachus Victorum. This one, Hoplomachus Remastered, is a crystallization of the best of the original Hoplo line, with new theming and a sharpened gameplay, retaining the versatile widescreen gladiatorial strategy the original games were known for. So, it doesn't sound like I even need the old stuff anymore.
Yeah, sounds like it's better.
It doesn't seem like it's even encouraging me to like incorporate or mix in the old stuff. So
Agreed.
Selling the old stuff might come at a hefty loss for my wallet.
Yeah, I bet it will.
Which might be disappointing. I should sell it before I post this video.
Probably
or before
so,
anyone
yes.
knows that this is coming in.
Good luck with that.
So let's see here.
Now, are those the Plasticine Cards?
Yeah, I mean, all this is.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
All this. So you have your unit general abilities. You're going to have some felt bags there, which are nice.
Yep.
We're going to have the large playmat. So one of the things that I'm actually disappointed about, and I do hope they come out with more content here, is the original series, because it had been iterated on so much, actually had a lot of different factions, a lot of different tribes and locations that were represented.
Sure.
And had not just these 2 maps. So like here's map 1, map 2. You'll have your combat zone and your crew. They'll like hop out here onto the board. They'll be able to fight with each other. We have the second map over here, which is a little more of a widescreen gladiatorial area. Nice maps as well. But I have like 8 different maps or something. Like 4 full-size maps that each have their own custom side. I like the artwork better on these, but there's a give and take. I mean, you're losing a little bit of variety when it comes to what we're getting here. So you're gonna have some dice.
Yeah.
And then we have all of, what Chip Theory Games does. Chips.
Beautiful chips.
I should actually go through, though, just while I'm thinking about this, before I go sell my copy. I have all of the upgraded health chips.
Yeah, you definitely need to take those.
I should go through and upgrade those. What is that for?
I don't know. It's a giant piece of like plastic.
No, it just protects it.
But I don't. Okay, I have everything for Too Many Bones, and I've never gotten one of these little plasticine. These little sheets.
Must be a new storage
thing. Keep it from like banging up, maybe?
Keep it from banging all over the place.
Interesting.
Let's check out the tribes that we have here. Who do we have featured in this game?
We have the Shagard.
But I don't know who he is.
I don't either. He looks like a very handsome guy with a monkey. It's actually a Reese macaque.
These chips are weird.
They're thick.
Get a grip on some of that.
That's super thick.
Why'd we go extra buoyancy with your chips? Are they magnetic? Do they have magnets in them? No.
No, at least not to each other. Why are they so big? And the health chips are still the same size.
Health chips are still small.
Yeah.
The combat chips are still small. Like the little that are gonna like test all your stats and stuff.
Right.
Same thing here. All of these are gonna be like little, control markers, combat chips.
Yeah.
Talking about like what faction they're in, the Amazons. Huh.
Like even these guys, which are movements and things, right? These are all still traditional normal sized chips. Why'd they go chunky?
Well, yeah, why are we so... I don't know that I like the chunky chips. Do you... They're weighty.
Yeah.
I like the weight of them.
They're not that much more weighty.
They're
a little bit.
They're twice the size. This big chip is twice the size of the original.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... a sneeze. I don't think I like them.
I mean, do you still do the same thing where you put the health chip underneath it?
I believe so.
But
so my issue is that one of the things I like so much about the poker chip size is the ability to like play with them, fiddle with them.
Sure.
These don't do that as well.
Right.
They're much more occupied in my hand.
I wonder if there's something talking about that in here. You
no
keep
idea.
The crowds engaged, and I will...
Don't worry, crowds.
Look, see.
I'm going to open up Victorum now. All right.
Blue attack skills.
90 minutes per act.
90 minutes per act. There's 4 acts. That is 6 hours of content.
Okay.
Per game.
Per game?
Per game. Because each act is 90 minutes. And if there's 4, it means there's 360, which, if I'm doing math correct, is 6 hours.
It's pretty good.
That's a lot of time.
To dedicate to a solo campaign?
To a solo campaign, yeah.
Box is still aggressively thick. Yeah. In here as well.
They're big too?
In here as well.
What?
Interesting. Cool. I mean, you do you.
Right?
I think they're fine. I mean, they're just very chunky character chips. Maybe it makes them easier to pick up and move around.
Maybe.
Like other than the small ones. I can see an argument for that.
But the original ones weren't big and chunky, were they?
No. Original ones were not. So I've heard good things about this campaign. I don't know the campaign myself, but Atlanteans, Parthens, Kunlun, New Agronauts, Calliope, Taoti, Hydra, Zahak, Itstam Kabian, something like that. Kamatotes, Divi Sepid.
I love that you're very confident with
and
this.
Pluto.
Which is the final boss, right?
I have no idea.
You're fighting against Pluto, I think.
Are you?
Yeah, I believe that's the way this works.
So we have the different epilogues. These are going to be the story that you're going through. I mean, I like the artwork.
The artwork is gorgeous as usual.
Hoplomachus Victorum. So this is going to be the how to play. I wonder if the content crosses over at all. Like, can I play my stuff from Hoplomachus Remastered here in Victorum specifically?
I don't know.
All right.
I love that there's lots of amazing... Like, this whole book is nothing but flavor text.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's flavor text for every scene, flavor text for every battle.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Here's the maps we have. Just like some stone columns there. Little skirmish zone down there at the bottom of what looks like a sea. We have a like ruined Colosseum, volcanic pit.
Gives you lots of that like unbreakable or unbroken or whatever.
We have what looks like some mountain peaks and a plateau.
Nice.
Another kind of ruined
ruins.
mosh pit and ice fortress of some kind.
And then the
desert training grounds, or like Spartacus training grounds. We have some scorecards here.
Yeah, another bag.
What is this thing?
I don't know. It looks amazing though.
What in the world? It's like a. It's
where you hold all your stuff while you're competing.
How?
The middle piece comes out.
Yeah, well, I get that.
Yeah.
Got it.
There you go. And then all your chips and stuff go in here along with extra things across the back.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's just like a big display?
Yeah. Where's the... How you manage things. Hold on. I'm sure it is here somewhere. Yeah. So, like, all your pieces go up in here, your opportunity decks and all that stuff. All of it goes in here, so it's your management piece while you're doing things. Well, that's really thick plastic, too.
It's a very nice, for a solo game to say, hey, we care about what it takes for you to get this tabled.
Well, and they know it's going to take 6 hours to get it done, and then you could just close it off, and then you got it completed. Ooh.
I don't know what he's for, though.
I don't know either, but I like him already.
Nice. Got some more dice.
Heavy boy.
The chips are going to be they're going to be the same as.
Did you see how that bounced?
I do see that. Let's see here. What's this map?
So that's your main map underneath for your whole board.
Oh, this is like the display.
And then these go on top of this.
This is where you're exploring and kind of maneuvering around.
Yeah, because this is your whole world that you're fighting in.
So I'm very excited to play through this. Hoplomachus Remastered, I'm intrigued by.
Yeah.
I'm excited about. I'm excited to continue to have a copy of Hoplo in my collection.
Sure.
But considering that the old stuff for me had been set to the side, and it had only been Origins for the last season that I'd been interested in tabling.
Right.
I'm curious to see where Hoplo ends up, because I think that Victorum might be, because I already liked playing Hoplo solo through Origins anyway.
Sure.
And so I feel like here with Victorum, it might be more likely that I play in this experience than I do really in any other format.
So this was a game that I had planned on backing, but didn't end up backing because I just had too many bones already, and I needed to get through all of that at the time.
Sure.
And I was like, relatively unsure as to whether or not I would keep backing a ton of Kickstarters, and chip theory games are not inexpensive. So I said, if I'm going to back it, I'm going to back it all the way in. And at the time, it was like, no, I'll pass on this one, and I really regret that at this point.
You regret everything, though.
I do. I have big time FOMO. Yeah. I want all things. I wonder where I get that from.
I am a massive fan of gladiatorial arenas, gladiatorial combat. And so this was a no-brainer for me back when I first started into the hobby. I remember leaving Origins with a copy of everything. I walked into the chip theory booth and I said, oh, could I have, please, all of it? And they looked at me weird and said yes. And about $700 later,
oh, good.
You had everything. I mean, it might not have been that. It might have been like $500 later, but
sure.
It is certainly a hefty price tag later. They said, sure.
And one of the interesting things is they have that pledge where if you're one of the first 10 or 15 people, whatever
you get everything always.
You get everything forever.
Yeah, it's a great deal.
And they started it with this. the original version of this, and they were trying to convince people like, hey, I know it's an expensive pledge, but I think it was like $750 or something. They said, we know it's an expensive pledge, but we think that we're a great company and it'll be worth it. And those people who backed at that time, oh my gosh, like
great investment,
amazing investment.
I mean, if you have the sacred opportunity of doing that anytime in the future, still do it. It's awesome. It's one of their traditions that they do that now people just pine for.
And I know that there's several people out there at least claiming that they have one or two of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that like someone has two of them that they've managed to catch over the years.
Good for them.
Disgusting.
Good for them. I mean,
wish it was me.
Hey, if you're a diehard fan, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Let us know. Are you interested in seeing us play some Hoplomachus? Do you want to see us go through a campaign of Victorum? I mean, I'm totally open to it.
Could be fun.
It just needs Urals.
Urals? What is a Ural?
Urals.
But why wouldn't you use y'alls?
Because it's
Urals.
Urals.
That's not English. I'm pretty sure that's a conjugation that doesn't actually work.
I don't think so.
There's got to be an English teacher who watches this, and I apologize for every mistake that we make in the English language. We slaughter it on a regular basis. And any other foreign languages, when we're reading something out loud, is also usually equally as bad. However, Urals is... Yeah, I don't think that's right.
We need
confirmation.
We need Urals approval.
We need everyone's approval.
Urals.
We need all of the people watching this.
No, because it's not just the group. We also need the individual. The individual makes up the group. That's why you say Urals. Urals approval.
I don't think that's how English works. Pretty sure.
Well, let us know. Would you like to see us play through Hoplomachus? Remember, we can only do it with Urals approval.
approval.
See you next time.
Oh, it just makes my ears bleed.
Bye.